Hey guys, LetsBrightenTheDay here. I'm making another video right now, and I'm sorry I haven't really gotten any requests, and I have one now, and I'm sorry that it's taken me a little bit. Just had some busy weeks and weekends. And let me get right started on this, okay? It's from a girl, her name is Zoe, and the first email says, "Hey, you said that if we need to talk to anybody," and then I said, "Yeah, I'm always here," or whatnot, and she replied, and she had said, "Thanks, I didn't know who to turn to. I'm a 14-year-old girl from Scotland who has about a maximum of 6 friends in total. I don't mind it because we're all really close. It's just that they don't understand me. Well, no one does. Not even my parents. That's one of the things that bother me. I guess it all started when my mom found out that I like rock music. After that, she wouldn't talk to me, and she still won't talk to me. And my dad started getting angry at nothing, then blaming me, even if it wasn't my fault. He still does. Also, I've grown up without a gran, and everyone at my school thinks that's hilarious. If anybody at school sees me, they flaunt past boasting about their gran. What they didn't know was I had someone who in my mind was like a gran. She was really my Aunt Flora, but she acted more like a gran to me. But she died not that long ago, and for ages, even to this day, I still cry myself to sleep over her. It feels like if lost a gran for the second time. I also get bullied a lot at school for loads of things. The main one, I guess, is the way I dress and the music I listen to. People call me an emo because of it, and it doesn't help that my pet dog managed to scar my arm with her claws. I know this probably sounds like I'm making a scene out of this for nothing, but it's not the first time that suicide running away from home has crossed my mind. Oh, my best friend is suicidal. I don't know what to do. She keeps telling me that her life sucks and all that, and then she says that she's going to try to kill herself, and I don't want her to kill herself because she's my best friend, but she won't listen. What can I do? Okay, Zoe, first of all, I want to tell you that you said you feel like you're making a big deal out of things for nothing. No, you're not. You know, we all have our own problems, and to all of us, they're just as big as somebody else's problems would be, you know? We all still struggle to find a way to deal with them, so don't beat yourself up about that. I definitely would not want you to see you do that. So, let me tell you something, okay? Just because you're into rock music, or just because you dress different ways, and I know to everybody who's viewed my videos, I say this a million times, but it's true. You guys are not any less of people than anybody else in this world. You know what I mean? We all happen to like things that make us different and unique in our own ways. You know, a lot of people I know like rock, they like rap and pop music. You know, that's just their thing. People like what they like, and that's not a big deal. You know, in this life, you know, we're made to make our own choices, and as long as those choices don't harm us, what's the problem? Everybody's different in their own unique ways. You know, just because you like rock music doesn't mean you're going out there killing people. It's not really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe your parents feel that the rock music is making you dress in certain ways. Maybe they feel as if that they don't want you to dress in certain ways because they don't want you to be an outcast and they don't want people to mistreat you. You know, talk to them about it. You never know why they feel the way they do about the rock music. Talk to them and get their input about it. You might be surprised in their reaction and their answer. And if you sit down and talk to them about it, you might actually accomplish something with them. And they might actually tell you why they don't like rock music or whatever. And, you know, I'm sure you could explain to them your feelings. And maybe you guys could come to terms. You know, we all sit here and run away from the problems. Or, you know, we don't face them, or we have in our head how we think the problem is, instead of actually facing it and trying to get to the bottom of it. It just makes things a lot worse. I'm sure you'll see that. And so, all of you guys, you know, I even told myself this. These kids at school, if they're going to make fun of you for the way that you look, don't even give them the time of the day. You are not really going to see these kids after schooling is done, and they are really some low people who think highly of themselves and pick on people for no reason, and that is absolutely wrong. Be proud of yourself for being strong and for being unique and for being strong enough to stand out about it. Don't beat yourself up because other people pick on you. You know, people in general could be negative. Society is just a negative thing at times, and just because society is negative doesn't mean we have to let that negativity, you know, get thrown onto us. You know, that's just my opinion about it. Be proud. Be proud that you like the music that you do, especially if it makes you happy, and be proud that you're expressing yourself against the crowd. you know, especially if it makes you happy. You know, like people, like kids these days, you know, you see how kids like to fight and whatever, like to get into physical fights and argue and whatever, and how they'll always say that if you don't fight somebody, you're a chicken. Well, it's like my dad always tells me, it takes a bigger man to walk away, because you're going against a crowd, and you're facing the crowd's criticisms, and you're being strong enough to say, hey, I'm going to take it on, you know? And that's the same thing in your case. You are being strong enough to stand out and to go for what you like, and you should be proud of that. You should want to go for what you like and do whatever makes you happy. Why not? Why live your life for other people when at the end of the day, you know it's your life and you're not doing it the way you want to do it? Are these people living your life? No. They don't have to listen to your music. They don't have to like the way you dress. But oh well, as long as you like it, that's what really counts. And if these kids are low enough to taunt you about your Aunt Flora, who is somebody really important to you, the hell with them. So the hell with them. Kids are really cruel these days, and if they have nothing better to do than to be low lives and make fun of you for something that low, you know, that just shows you that they're being ignorant and they're looking for the slightest thing to pick on you just because they're cruel. And you know what? That's what it is. People are cruel. Don't let their cruelties make you bitter, because each one of us has something inside that really does, you know, it's just laying in there. It's kind of almost like a little gift. What I mean is, like, we all have like a sort of fire inside, a sort of passion for something inside, you know, a sort of desire for something inside that makes us unique in our own individual ways. And we tend to hide those, you know, things or those fires or those desires because of, you know, society's feelings, and because society, you know, will make fun of us about it or, you know, shun us for it. But at the end of the day, if they're making fun of you for ignorant things, you know, like, you know, how you lost somebody close to you and how you don't have a grin and whatnot, that shows that they're low people. And who cares about a low person's opinion, honestly? That is some uneducated people that have no morals. And as far as I know, I mean, who cares about people that have no morals? Who cares about their opinion? Their opinion is as important as dirt, because they don't really have a sophisticated mind, you know? So screw them, really. And people think you're emo. Oh well, you're happy dressing that way, aren't you? You know, and if you are, I really encourage you. Like I tell all my viewers, I love the Black Veil Brides. People can associate them as an emo band. I love all, you know, I like all kinds of music, rock, metal, screamo, rap, all that stuff. You know, and I don't dress emo. Do I have anything against emo people? No, I do not. But it just goes to show you, everybody can like different things. You know, I love rock music and I don't dress emo. So what's the big deal if anybody loves rock music? And what's the big deal if somebody dresses emo? People dress the way they want to express themselves, and because they feel happy that way. You know, people listen to what they listen to because you just like what you like and you feel happy listening to what you enjoy. And that's not a bad thing. You know, just because you like rock music doesn't make you emo. Just because you dress emo doesn't make you a bad person. People, that just goes to show you, Zoe, and all my viewers, people are ignorant and form opinions based on the dumbest things. And that's why sometimes it's just best to not pay attention to an unsophisticated and uneducated opinion, such as the likes of the people who go to school with us and who are just around us in our everyday lives. Forget them. And so your friend's talking about suicide. It takes one person to help somebody through a downtime. You know, look how you and a few other people have come to me, and you know, some people told me I made a big impact on their lives. You could be that same exact person for your friend. You never know. Being a positive influence on somebody can make a world of difference. Believe me. How many times have you, or even me, or anybody who's listening to this, how many times have you guys felt like you were at your wit's ends, and you talked to just that one person, or that one friend, or whoever, just that one person, and they made you feel like a whole lot better. They made you feel like a world a lot better. So you could be that person for your friend. Caving in and giving in and feeling scared and feeling worried about your friend, you know, it's not going to help her. You help her by doing what you want to achieve with her. You know, you help her by going out there and being there for her, talking to her, trying to show her the positive things. That's how you help her. We can all sit and wish for things, but the true way to achieve things is to go out there and get them. To go out there and make it happen for ourselves, you know what I mean? And you could definitely do that. You could definitely do that. You know what I mean? And you said you have 6 friends in total? Hey, if you guys are all really close, that's awesome. I'd rather have 6 close friends than have 1,000,000 fake friends, or 1,000,000 friends who don't really, aren't really there for me. Because it's just, like I said, it always counts about the people who really are truly real with you, and who really truly do care about your best interest and try to be there for you. So cherish that. Don't feel bad about the way you dress and what you listen to. Rejoice in being unique. It feels amazing to be unique. Let me tell you that. You know what I mean? It feels awesome. Rather than to be a little shadow of society or to be a puppet of people, And you guys all know it feels awesome to be unique, to be set apart from everybody, not to be the same. How boring would life be if we didn't have different things and different styles of music or whatever? Or just it'd be very boring. We'd never have anything to compare things to, just nothing. How boring would life be? It is the people who are different that make the world go round, because it makes life interesting. It gives life a spice. It gives life a meaning, a joy, a big turnaround, and it makes us happy. Zoe, and to all my viewers, every choice you make in life, even if it's a right choice, is going to have people who are going to down you for it. But just because they're going to down you for it, or reject you for it, or degrade you, does not mean your choice is wrong. And if you keep pushing forward and doing things for you and not worrying about what people say, you will find true happiness. You will be a happier person. Your life will flow along a lot more easily, and you will not be as sad, and you will not really worry about what these people say. You know what I mean? It's all about doing things for you. As long as you're not harming yourself and you're not being selfish, which in your case you definitely are not, then sometimes you just gotta say the hell with these people's opinions. The hell with them. You are doing what you're doing to make you happy, and at the end of the day, if you're satisfied with the way things are, hey, what's the big deal? People are always gonna down you for things, so, and all my viewers, but doesn't mean our choices are wrong. It just means that sometimes people don't know how to express their opinion in the right way, and some people are just cruel. Don't let that deteriorate you guys. Keep pushing forward, and things will fall into place. And just be there for your friends, though. You guys, all 6, be there for each other, and it'll make a world of difference. I said one person can make a difference for anybody, but 6 of you guys, that's awesome. So just do your thing with that. And I thank you guys for listening, and best of luck to all of you. Like I said, Zoe, just be there for the friends that you have and that need you, and for your one friend that is threatening for suicide, because you could make a world of difference just being there for somebody. Definitely a given fact. So God bless you all. Thank you for listening, and whoever needs to talk or needs anything, I am always available. And I want to tell you guys that if I don't respond right away, just know that I promise you guys I definitely will respond. Sometimes, life just gets a little busy, but I will get back to you guys. So God bless you all, and take care.